the term caveman, what comes to mind? Maybe it's a character from movies like The Croods or even the cartoon The Flintstones. For many, these images paint a misleading picture. Stooped, primitive figures, more animal than human. But what if I told you that the real archaic Homo sapiens were far more complex and, in many ways, strikingly similar to us? Early scientific characterizations, formed from limited fossil evidence and entrenched in anthropocentric views, reinforced this simplified and incorrect image. But today, armed with a fuller fossil record and advanced genetic data, we know so much more. Archaic Homo sapiens were adaptive, intelligent, and remarkably diverse, qualities essential for their survival in the fluctuating climates of the Middle Pleistocene. The Middle Pleistocene, spanning roughly from 780,000 to 125,000 years ago, was a period of intense climatic shifts. Europe alone saw around 15 major and 50 minor glacial events. For archaic Homo sapiens, adapting to these frequent and extreme changes was not optional, it was survival. Anatomically, archaic Homo sapiens displayed such features as robust brow ridges, larger cranial capacities, and generally more robust skeletal structures compared to earlier hominins. These traits provided advantages in diverse and demanding environments, helping them hunt, create shelter, and withstand cold temperatures. Let's take a closer look at the defining characteristics of archaic Homo sapiens. They had robust brow ridges and pronounced facial features. They had an intermediate skull shape and an emerging forehead. They had wider nasal aperture and mid-face prognathism, which was particularly pronounced among Neanderthals. They had a projecting occipital bone, which was often called an occipital bun in Neanderthals, and they also had intermediate cranial bone thickness. They had slightly smaller teeth, with the front teeth being still relatively large, with a retromolar gap in Neanderthals. They also had robust bones of their whole skeleton. One of the most well-known groups of archaic Homo sapiens are those Neanderthals that I mentioned. They're often unfairly depicted as less intelligent, but evidence shows that they had complex cultures and adaptive behaviors. Neanderthals crafted sophisticated tools, they controlled fire, and they even practiced symbolic behavior, perhaps the earliest indication of art and abstract thought. The adaptability of archaic Homo sapiens wasn't limited to just their physical traits. They developed cultural strategies to survive, such as making clothing, building shelters, and creating specialized tools for different tasks. Migration played a critical role as well. Archaic Homo sapiens spread out from Africa and adapted to the unique challenges of the regions that they settled in, resulting in noticeable regional variations. The story of archaic Homo sapiens is not straightforward. With increased fossil finds and the study of transitional species, debates continue about their classification. Interbreeding or admixture between groups like Neanderthals and early modern humans adds layers of complexity to our understanding of their social and biological interactions. Archaic Homo sapiens were far from the caricatured or confused caveman. They were intelligent, adaptable, and capable of cultural and technological innovation.